Hello, hello, and welcome! I'm Andrew Ryther.
And I'm Nick Korn.
And welcome to, so this is Star Fox Assault for the GameCube. Oh, hey, that's loud on my end.
Yeah, it's loud on my end too. Hold on.
So basically, the new Star Fox Zero came out, and everybody was like, hey, this is the Star Fox game we all wanted, because the last time we got a new Star Fox, nobody liked it. But, like, dude, Star Fox Assault is kind of great. Like, it's... Like, I think I might like it a bit better. Like, 64 is the classic, and Zero is basically trying to be a retelling of 64. I did record all of the cutscenes. I'm just going to talk over this one for a while. But, like... Yeah, so this game takes place after 64. So,
I played this
fighting...
and Super Nintendo Star Fox.
I'm trying to remember where the Super Nintendo... Like, I think the SNES, the 64, and now Star Fox Zero on the Wii U, I think they're all telling, like, the same conflict.
Yeah, I don't
actually
really remember the SNES one. The 64 one I played a lot.
Yeah. 64 is great. Just that era is very nostalgic for me. There are certain songs that whenever I hear them, I still think of Revolt on the N64.
Oh, good.
Quake 2 on the N64. I still kind of need to go back and do that because that game had an entirely unique set of levels. It's weird. But yeah, so this one takes place after that story, and it takes place after Star Fox Adventures, because I guess they just made that game canon, because why not? See, she's right there. But, like, I really like this game. I think it, like, went forward from 64 in a good way. Like, I think the worst part about this game was the GameCube controller, actually. Like this, and even Star Fox Command on the DS. Like, that was a really lightweight Star Fox game, but for whatever you're going to do with it, like, I thought it was... I really enjoyed it. It had, like, weird, like, visual novel elements, because there were, like, 15 different endings, depending on, like, oh, hey, we could go help out at a battle first, or we could get reinforcements and then go help, and that led to completely different endings. And, like, there was, like, a whole bunch of points like that. And it even did the thing where, on consecutive playthroughs, it would tell you, hey, this is the path you did last time. Or there were some things where it's like, well, there's 3 choices, but one of them is locked until you do the other 2 choices. So this is, like... kind of like the thing that I really liked Undertale for, which was like, no, like, the order in which you play the game over and over is part of the story.
Fair enough.
Okay, so yeah, after talking over all of that, this is the first stage, and Andross's nephew, Oinkane, has all of what's remaining of his forces, and they're trying to take over shit, and... They're strong, and so here comes Star Fox.
Connection to him because his name is Andrew.
Yeah.
Andros.
Yep. But, like, I don't know. I don't mind that Crystal is here. Like, I really want to go to
Oh, Slippy.
Yep. I mean, Slippy's still Slippy. I kind of like Peppy as sort of like he moves to the Great Fox and stays in like this mentor position.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, maybe it's because he's fuzzy, but he always seemed like the older mentor anyway, and now it's just like, hey, check it out.
How Slippy wasn't in the trailer for the new Star Fox game.
Yeah. You got Rob in the background. He's been around.
Yeah.
He was in 64.
Whee! Spin!
It's just like, look at the design of these ships. They look really good.
It looks like a GameCube.
Yeah. You know, the GameCube, like, Nintendo's always had this thing of, like, it didn't have the most powerful consoles of the generation, but they do so much with the art design. Like, I really like the way that GameCube games look.
Yeah.
So yeah, tap the button to fire a laser, hold to lock on. It's Star Fox. Y'all wanted Star Fox? This game is just Star Fox. What was your problem? Look, there's Slippy getting chased. Done.
Yeah, Star Fox was always really interesting because it was kind of like on rails Galaga.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Which, okay, I didn't... Somewhere in the options menu of this game, like, if you get all of the, like, silver medal on every stage, it actually unlocks a playable Galaga.
Oh.
Was it Galaga or Xevious? See, I get confused because Zone of the Enders did the same thing. look at how big these ships are, and you can take them down. Like, there's a good sense of scale here too.
Just shoot lasers at them and they'll collapse.
Yeah. Get laser power-ups. Just do I get it? So it also has this like.
Yep.
There's kind of a combo system for like taking out multiple enemies using homing laser splash damage. There's the hit counter in the top right, which basically that's what all of the medals are based on, is like how many people can you actually take down in a given level, which I'm not super happy about that.
Yeah, 'cause I remember in the 64 version, you to get the most out of stuff, you had to aim. You charge your laser and you aim at the right one to get destroy the whole group of enemies, which was always good.
Yep, and but it's the same kind of thing. Like that's the thing. Like people are like, this one wasn't that good. There, the group bonus. So yeah, that Galaga thing. You take out all of the members of a group and you get bonus points. It's not your hit counter is not 1-to-1 with how many enemies there actually are. Like there was one. This game has mecha in it that were just shooting at you, and they're worth like 7 hits each. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like look at this. This is Star Fox as hell, and it's got this fleet scale, and the ships look. I don't know. Like, why did people So people didn't really complain about this. People complained about everything that followed this. Because they basically turned it into. Well, they kind of tried to turn it into like Battlefield Star Fox, which why? Because what is it? There's this stage. The next stage, you are on foot, and then you go, like, eventually they drop a tank, and you can jump into and out of the tank at will. But then it's like, it's still not, it takes it away from being an on-rails thing. So, it was really, like, again, that's why I say, like, the worst part of this game might have been the controller, because...
Hold on!
Yeah? What's up?
Whoop that ship!
A little dude fell out of it.
Yeah, and
yeah.
He was flailing wildly as he asphyxiated. Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No, listen. Shit gets real. Just wait till you see what happens to Pigma.
Oh no.
Pigma. Let's go. So like, yeah, do you have like any experience with this one?
No, because I never owned a GameCube until around when the Wii came out.
Okay.
And then I acquired 2 of them from friends.
Yep.
And so my only experience prior to that was...
That's actually how I got my GameCube as well.
Playing Smash Bros. At a friend's house.
Yep, that sounds right.
So
Smash Brothers and Kirby's Air Ride.
Yeah, and so the only GameCube games I had after that were I got Wind Waker, Eternal Darkness, The Matrix. So I didn't, I didn't even play Metroid games for those till much later. So I kind of missed out on the GameCube.
I've tried to go back to those Metroid games, and they kind of, I don't know.
It's hard.
The pacing of like, hey, you have to scan everything in the environment, and like multiple vision modes and all of that. That's, I don't know. It just makes it hard for it to hold up.
Great. I guess I owe you one.
So here we go. We've landed on the planet. We've got these 2-part enemies again, like doing interesting stuff with scale. Like that's the thing. So like, you can say you have interesting enemies because they look so different, but like, yeah, things either swoop in or you're flying past them and you just shoot everything. Like, but that's, again, that's what it always has been. Like, I think, you know,
it's very, you know, Galaga and stuff. The enemies show up, they get land in front of you, they shoot at you for a bit.
Yeah, so it's weird because, like, when you think about it, it means that this is a set piece kind of game.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Call of Duty campaigns, I guess. It's not necessarily that you're doing super fun or varied things. It's just, you know, you got to build really good places and, like, things to do.
Yeah. And just the timing of when everything comes in and, like, the power-ups and everything.
Yeah, and then it has that arcade memorization aspect.
Yeah, so it's really, it's kind of a classic arcade formula, and they do it in the 3D sense. They do it on rails, and so they have the cool environments around you and stuff.
Yeah, like that. I don't know, that memorize how things appear in the level. That's like that itself, I think, doesn't stand up too well these days. But like when you're taking it as like, oh, that's what they were aiming for. This game does it great.
Enemy ship down.
Just shooting everything. So I will say this was like for these videos, I'm like playing through levels first, kind of just to make sure that they're not breaking or anything, and then I'm recording my second playthrough.
That's fair.
So if it seems like I know everything that's going on, it's because
You've got nowhere to
I
run
do a
to
little
again.
scouting. Then we have a boss fight.
Robot boss fight. Do they do all range mode in this game?
Yes. So that's the other thing. Like, I think it depends on who you ask, but so like with 64, did you do any of the multiplayer stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, like, so there's some people out there where when you talk about Star Fox, they'll tell you that like multiplayer and all range mode were not like the appeal of the game. That they just totally ignored it, and that seems weird to me.
I thought like I mean I thought the multiplayer in that game was pretty terrible, but amusing.
Yeah.
But I really liked how you had the two different boss like types. You go like this, where you're kind of fighting it and moving it one-on-one, but then you get into the all range mode, which is really interesting, and you have to like kind of go around, shoot it in the back and stuff.
Yeah, cause and like it's dogfighting, but they do a lot to, or make it very arcadey because you have the like the what do you call it? The somersault, and I forget what the other one is called. Is it an Immelman turn? But yeah, like the U-turn and the somersault. So it's very much like, hey, here, like the things that you need to like have a tactical advantage in a dogfight, we just put them on a button. So yeah, there goes Oinkani real quick. If you can manage to keep the power-ups and just know where vulnerable spots are. But again, same thing. It's memorized. Know when to hit them and know when to dodge. All right.
The glowy bits.
But also, he's just totally mimicking the end of 64.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good callback. He's just like, nope, this, and then also, hey, we're not doing this anymore. Because then this dude shows up. Secret double boss.
That doesn't look friendly.
Strange thought patterns.
Also, Crystal's a psychic, I guess? She's like,
Question it. Aperoid.
she's like that one, she's like Dr. Crusher from Next Generation, I think?
Return fire.
Okay.
Some nerds get that joke. Reference?
Yeah, next generation.
So first you bomb it, and then you hit all these things, and the health bar hasn't even come up yet. And so, like, that's the thing, like...
Destroyed the solar... But the health bar hadn't come up because Slippy was still scanning, but you still did damage to it.
Yep.
Oh.
But, and so, like, that's the thing, like, that's kind of a cool way to handle that, to be like, yeah, no, you've memorized it, and we're not gonna make you wait. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, like, in terms of doing one of these, like, arcade on rails things, it's like, yeah, no, doing pretty well. Then, where do I hit him?
Shoot him in the butt.
But yeah, so this is just going to be the first stage. I've broken these videos in, broken them up by stages. So I have a second one that we can jump right into because, like, stage 2 immediately everything changes. That guy nailed me right up. So this is where, like, these over-the-shoulder 3D flyers break down because it's like, what plane am I on?
Yeah.
Like,
it kind of lingered there, and you could still get hit by it, even though it was like it looked like it went past you.
yeah. Well, because that's the thing. Like, at least this one is like you can't tell immediately, but like you play it once and then you realize, oh, when it's on the same plane as me, they actually change it to a different sprite.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one specific looking thing that can hit you. Then he explodes. Because
Like
it's it's a good video game. You beat a boss, they explode.
Especially if they're a robot. What is
Oh, that's it.
creature?
It's an Aperoid.
Aperoid.
I forget exactly what it is, but it has every big one has a dingle in it that you've got to get, according to Peppy. Even Fox is like, oh, all right, video games, I guess.
Is he gonna hop out of there?
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's more of them.
There's a bunch. So yeah, the Aperoids are basically the flood of this game.
Oh.
which like I'm not super happy about because it actually means you're fighting these weird like hexagon aliens for pretty much the rest of the game, and I like between the R-wings and all the capital ships, I really like the
All ships are
the
home.
design of the
Not a
ships
bad
in this
start.
game.
Good work, team.
There you go. That's my score, and that's pretty much going to do it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.